So you want to start investing. Before you invest a single pound, I need to tell you something that could save you years of frustration and thousands in losses. Almost 15 years ago, I made the biggest investing mistake that nearly every beginner makes. I jumped straight into buying stocks without doing this one crucial step first. Today, I am going to show you the foundation that transformed my portfolio from £100 to over £60,000, and it has nothing to do with picking the right stocks. In fact, I don't own any direct stocks in my portfolio at present. As a disclaimer, investing carries risk and you are never guaranteed to make a profit. So before investing, please do your own research or consult a financial advisor if in doubt. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Dr. Suman. I moved from India to work in the UK as a doctor 10 years ago, and I have been documenting my entire investment journey on this YouTube channel. The wins, the losses, and everything I wish someone had told me when I started. Here is what I have learned after building a £60,000 portfolio publicly on this YouTube channel and helping hundreds of viewers of my YouTube channel start their investment journey. Successful investing isn't about finding the next big stock or timing the market perfectly. It's about having a clear plan, and that plan starts with something most people completely skip: defining your financial foundations. So let's talk about the problem. Why most beginners fail in their investment journey. Let me ask you something. When you think about investing, what's the first question that comes to your mind? What stocks should I buy? Which app should I use? How much can I make in my returns? If you thought any of this, you are making the same mistake that I made. You are jumping straight to the what without understanding the why. And this is why 90% of beginners either never start investing or they start but give up within the first year. They are building a house without laying the foundations first. Without a clear foundation, every market dip feels like a crisis. Every gain feels like you should take the profits, and you end up making emotional decisions that destroy your wealth over time. When I first started investing back in 2010, I thought I was being smart. I had around 5,000 rupees saved up. I opened a brokerage account with one of the Indian brokers and I immediately started buying individual stocks. I still remember it was Reliance India shares back in 2010, and I bought them for around 1000 rupees per share. What was my goal? Just make money. That was it. No specific target, no timeline, no plan for what I would do with the profits. Within 3 months, I was down 15%. I panicked, sold everything, and didn't invest again for next 2 years. Why? Because I had no foundation. I didn't know why I was investing. So when the things get tough, I had no reason to stay the course. I didn't know how the market behaved normally. What are the fundamentals of a stock? Nothing that an investor should know. It wasn't until I sat down, asked few people around, read some books about investing, and then properly defined my goals. For example, a house deposit, retirement savings, creating financial security. Only then everything clicked. Suddenly, I had a reason to stay invested during the tough times. Now, you don't have to work so hard because you have videos like this to help you. There are 3 basic requirements that you should ensure before starting investing. Number 1 is make sure you don't have any high interest debt like credit card debts or personal loans. Number 2 is make sure you have adequate protection. For example, life insurance, critical illness cover, etc. And number 3 is create an emergency fund with minimum 3 to 6 months of bare minimum expenses that you need to survive, and keep this money in an easy access savings account. Once you have done all these 3, the next step is building your financial foundation. So what does a proper financial foundation look like? It's actually quite simple. There are just 2 parts of this process. The first one is knowing exactly where you are right now financially. This is your baseline. You need to calculate your net worth. That's everything you own minus everything you owe. Your savings, investments, property value minus debts like mortgage, credit card, personal loans, car loans, etc. This is crucial because unless you measure this, you won't even know if you are ready to start investing. A few years back, when I did this exercise, for me, this was an eye-opener. I thought I was doing well because I had £2,000 in my savings account. But when I factored in my high interest loans and credit card debt, my actual net worth was negative £5,000. And you know what? This wasn't depressing. It was liberating because now I knew exactly where I was starting from. Part 2 of this process is defining exactly where you want to go. These are your financial goals and they need to be SMART goals. SMART stands for S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and T for time bound. Instead of I want to make money, my goals became, for example, I want to save £40,000 for a house deposit within next 5 years. And I want to build a £100,000 investment portfolio by the age of 40 years. Suddenly, every investment decision had a purpose. When the market crashed back in March 2020 due to COVID, I didn't panic and sell. I knew I was investing for goals that were years away. So short-term volatility didn't really matter. Now, if you are an NRI like me, this foundation step is even more critical because you are dealing with two countries and two financial systems. You need to think about where you will be living long term, whether you will retire in the UK or India, how currency fluctuations affect your goals, and the tax implications of both countries actually matter for you. For example, my house deposit goal was in pounds because I was buying a house in the UK. But I have to look after my family home back in India as well. So I need to think about Indian rupee exposure and savings as well. This complexity is exactly why the foundation step is so important, particularly if you are an NRI. You need clarity on your goals before you can build a strategy that works across both countries. Look, I know this might seem basic, but I promise you, this foundation work is what separates successful long-term investors from people who jump from one strategy to another and never build real wealth. Every successful investor I know, every wealthy person I have met, they all started with this same foundation. Clear goals, clear baseline, and clear plan. The good news is this doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need a financial advisor for this step. You don't need an expensive software to do difficult calculations. You just need to sit down for 30 minutes and get clear on these two things. Number one is calculate your net worth, and number two is define your investment goals. A quick announcement here. What you just watched is actually my first lesson from my upcoming paid Accelerate Your First 100K Wealth Blueprint in 7 days challenge. But I am sharing this video to you completely free because I believe everyone deserves quality financial education. I am currently working on creating this course and hopefully will be able to launch it within next few weeks. If you want to check if this 7-day challenge is suitable for you, I have created a 2-minute questionnaire assessment form. It's free and you will get a personalized action plan based on your situation. Whether that's starting to invest now, building your foundation first, or getting more comprehensive training. Link is in the description. Take it now while it's still fresh in your mind. I will get in touch with you when the actual challenge is ready to go live. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if this video was helpful. I will see you in the next video where we are covering how to identify the best investment opportunities without getting overwhelmed by choice. This is Dr. Suman helping you build your wealth one step at a time. See you in the next video.